Father God, we give you praise in this day. We thank you that you're with us and that you're going to lead the show. Lord, I just ask you, help us to knock it out of the park with your leadership. Be with us and be with anyone out there that needs this prayer as well, Lord. A prayer of healing, a prayer of touch. Lord, we just give you thanks. Still our show. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Let's get ready for Monday.
Rise and grind, it's that time. Morning sun, coffee chime.
A little bit of coffee, the only all little people podcast.
Tune in now, let's start the show. Tiny crew, big dreams, brewing thoughts, vivid schemes, sipping on that morning brew. Got that energy, how about you? Little bit of coffee, little bit of fun. Kicking off the day, everybody come. Perk up your ears, hear the latest buzz. Grab your mug, join the morning fuss. Short in size, tall in spirit. Every topic, yeah, we near it.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America and to the
republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What up? Good morning. It is a good morning to everyone. Welcome to Little Bit of Coffee. Let's get some introductions in. Ladies first. This is no jokey. She's the first female of the crew, and we call her Little Smokey. Next coming in. He's the father of the group. He yells at us all, keeps us in check when needed. Make some noise for Happy. Just can't tell him I forget him every week in the weekly talks and all that, but man, we can't forget him today. And then 4'9", the dude thinks he's fine. Make some noise for Shortcut.
Yeah, Shortcut.
Not least, this guy, he's single, ladies. He's good looking. Make some noise for the fertile Ertl. Last but not least, I am your host, the one and only EOD. Today we got one heck of a show for you. We have so much in store today. I gotta tell you, we have, oh goodness, where do I begin? Rads and fads, and we even got an old wrestling legend. I shouldn't say old. He's gonna kick my rear end if he's heard me say that. Coming in, I'm gonna wait and surprise you. He called me this morning, said he wants to sit in with us for a little bit. But he's got a few things to do this morning, so he's going to come in and visit for a little while after that. But man, I'm telling you, what is going to be a great show. Make some noise.
Yeah. Let's have some fun, guys.
Great
show.
Happy birthday, guys.
Great show. Yeah, let's get it back to where we all can be seen. Okay, gotta get a little smoky up here. I had a great weekend. I hope you guys did too. And man, let's bring Smokey up. We're going to maybe give her the set because, to my understanding, I heard this. I don't know if there's any fact to it. Is the applause still going? Yeah, sure is, isn't it? Okay, my apologies. But I heard that you attended your first Little People wrestling event this week. Tell us all about it.
I did. Thank you, Turtle. It was awesome, actually. They put on a good show. And I heard they're coming back in December, so I got some lady friends that are going to help massage them and, give some TLC because I don't know if the audience knows, but being a little person, it's tough on our body. And what these guys go through is a lot. Like POD is retired and, Turtle's a wrestler. And just, it was awesome. What a good guy Chop was. I felt very welcomed. Everybody. They actually offered me a job. I was like, oh, how honored I was to be offered that.
Right.
But
But that that doesn't surprise me. It was the World of Little People Wrestling back when I ran one of the groups years ago, a long time ago. When I was running one of the groups, it was weird because every time we'd even see a little person, uh, we always went out and offered them a job. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Our guest has arrived. So,
Right on.
without further ado, let's welcome Mike Busey to the set. Where's his face?
What's going on,
Mike,
guys?
where's your
Can you hear me
face?
okay, POD?
Hey,
Huh?
Mike.
Hey, guys, can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
I
we
can
hear
hear
you
you,
great.
but I
We just
can't.
can't see you.
I can't see your
I'm doing the best
face.
I can. Well, hang on, POD. I'm
Right on.
driving here. Hang on. let me
For those
risk
listening,
the road.
Oh,
There he
There we
is.
go.
there he is,
I'm in
the
transit
one
right
and
now, brother. I'm
only.
here with Olivia. Is with me.
Ah,
She's
there's your
driving.
Hi,
other
Olivia.
super.
Morning.
The young,
There's the other
one of the young
superstar.
high schoolers on her way. So there we go.
So,
So thank
so
you.
what's
Long
up
time
with you
coming.
these days?
I
Since the days of Simon Dean, what are you doing now?
POD, again, thanks for having me on the show today. Thanks for, I guess you guys do this all the time. I wish I could have done it earlier, but couldn't work it out. But I am here now, so I am excited to be on here. Life is good these days, my friend. I track all your stuff online. I know you follow me. We don't get to see each other in person a whole lot, which is unfortunate. But I work in the banking and finance industry. Been doing that for over a decade. Got my daughter Olivia. I do a lot with her. She's a sophomore in high school. My girl Robin, I'm with her a lot. I'm trying to keep the camera steady too, guys. Sorry. But yeah, life is good, man. I have no complaints. Relatively injury free. At the ripe old age of 53, things caught up to me a little bit this year. Had to get my shoulder looked at and a couple other things. But long term, physical health wise, from the career, good.
Yeah.
Situational wise, good. Professionally wise, so yeah, I have no complaints. What about you, my
I don't
friend?
know if you. My same here every day. I had the back surgery, so I feel like I get a little better every day. And I struggle. I don't walk near as well as I used to. I don't think I'll ever run again.
When did
But
you run?
Hey, that was
Did you run?
uncalled
I've
for.
seen your matches. You run. You might have walked or crawled. That's about it.
You might have more of a high-speed wobble.
It's called
Speed wobble.
Now you're fully retired now, right, POD? I think so.
That is correct. The only thing I do now is I started the podcast because with my long term injury with the back and everything, it just it's too hard. I even tried to get into the refereeing a little bit. Nah,
No,
it's not for me.
You did your time. Yeah, you did your time, man. You're good.
Hey, man. I often talk about our days when you were basically my boss over there at WWE when you need a little person, and how you and I just worked so well together. I mean, you would call and say, "Hey, I need a guy to fit this bill," and we would sit down. And I'd send you over a few photos, and we made it work.
Yeah, I trusted your word on everything. You were on point. You're a professional. You're a good dude. You also didn't know little people. You knew medium people, big people, everybody.
Yep.
So if I was in your area, I would call you up and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And you also would do what I tried to do, give the guys a break and the girls who are out there hustling a little bit, trying to do their best. And if we didn't give them a booking, they might not get any eyes on them. They might not get a chance. So we just tried to spread the wealth a little bit, which I thought was cool.
Yeah. I always, even with Kevin Kelly before you, when before you were in charge of the little people and with content, Kevin Kelly was the same way. I always felt like working through you two was a lot of fun.
And then Dr. Tom and then Dreamer, right? So you had Dreamer and Doc too.
A little bit, not Dreamer very much. Most of mine went through you and Kevin Kelly. Yeah.
Okay.
They came question I have for you.
Uh-huh.
In the world of wrestling, Spike Dudley, didn't he get into the banking industry as well, sir? Or do you know that answer?
I think it was on the investment side. Like if you think of I could be wrong, but like Fidelity, Whole Life, stuff like that, investment. Yeah. I think Spike was is doing something like that or was doing something like that, which is not shocking. Spike always had a good head on his shoulders, good dude, always a pleasure to be around. Him
Yes,
and
he
I,
was.
you know, we were two of the smaller guys for ECW, I guess, but we didn't get treated like that. We were, you know, just as hardcore as anybody else. We just didn't. Spike was way more dangerous to himself in the ring than me as far as the big bumps and all that. He definitely earned his money that way. I was, you know, superhero, BWO, all that, but I like Spike.
Oh, I did too. And you know what I wanted to add is all of you that were in the WWE, when you guys would do the independent stuff at various times, and Spike would one of them in Florida, he had an independent federation he was running for a little bit, and he brought us all in. And what I always loved is the ones that you guys would allow to work the indies. They were always super respectful to us indie guys, always. And I don't know if that was embedded through Vince or within the company, but you know, when I would always expect the higher names, like when Road Dogg was the top of his game, and he would do indies. Viscera was another one. Mick Foley. I'd see them on the independent scene once in a while when they were allowed to play on the indies, and I found it extremely impressive that they would just be so down to earth with you. Viscera, I've got 100 stories with Nelson that were just, you know, really, really fun times.
Yep.
And that's what I think I loved about my years in the game more than anything, was being able to run into what we called the guns, and they always were super respectful still, for the most part. I mean, I can't say it never happened where you didn't get a jerk, but for the most part, yeah.
Well,
I don't want to hog up everything. Turtle?
POD, that comes from, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was just thinking about it. That comes from all the boys and girls back then when you were running up and down the highways and whatnot. All those people, 99% of them, their careers were ending in WWE. So what I mean by that, they started elsewhere, all over the world, all over the country. They did the territories, they did the indies and all that stuff. So when they went back to them and did a show, whether it was Goldust or Val or myself, or whoever they would do third-party bookings, that's where they came from. So they already knew everybody. So it was a breath of relief for them. They got to go, like, not be in the rat race for the weekend or a week, or they can go there. And I'm telling you right now, they loved it just as much as you did. So.
Oh, yeah. Question I always wanted to ask you, which then I'm going to turn it over to the rest of them. This is my last question, but I wanted to ask you, what got you out of the ring and into the back office? Was it just you were kind of over the in ring?
Yeah, I was over the mental hill, man. I mean, I never thought that Simon was going to take me to the main event of WrestleMania, but I certainly thought they could do a lot more with it than they did. We split up. They put me and Maven on SmackDown. Shout out to Maven. When you clip this up, POD, and put it out there, make sure you drop this one. Tag Maven in it. You'll get a lot of views because Maven has a whole lot of people that watch his YouTube thing, which I'm very proud of him for that. He's a true survivor, great guy. I love Maven. But
I love his YouTube channel. He has a phenomenal one.
I didn't know like any of that, and then like I would see it every now and then a clip or so. I didn't really follow and understand. You know, I don't watch hardly any of them. And then Stevie started doing it, and some others, and I said, "Oh my God, like this is really." And Conrad, all the Conrad stuff, what Conrad does, he gives a new lease on life to so many of the guys and girls, and gives them a platform, which is awesome. But with me, I was just kind of over it. They were relaunching ECW. Dreamer was in the office for a bit, and he never wanted to be in there. So he thought it would be in good hands. So he went to Johnny and Vince, and they came to me and said, "Hey, you want to do this?" And I always want to get that check mark on my resume for something outside of the ring. Because it's very hard to be, let's say, 35, 36, whatever, 30, whatever the age is, and to go on, and it sounds corny, but Indeed or Monster, any of those places, and apply for like a job in the real world, if you want to go that route, so to speak, and have on there that you were, a baby face for WWE or something. It just doesn't translate. So I needed extra checkbox because I always want to do more than just that. Like I never consider myself a wrestler. I consider myself a guy who wrestled. So that's, you'll understand that. Like I never got caught up in any craziness or any of the stuff. I always just looked at it like a job, and I enjoyed it. And then it was time to do something else. So that is how that came about. Yep.
Nice.
You missed it.
Excellent. There you go. Thanks, Smokey.
Mike.
Yes.
Do you miss it?
I see. I miss. That's a great question. I just got out of it the other day for a documentary I was working on. I miss the fans, of course. I miss the boys and girls. I miss the physicalness of it sometimes. Like I enjoyed when I would wrestle Bob or Benoit or Booker, any of those guys, man. Like I always felt like I earned my money that night. So I miss that. I don't miss being hurt all the time. I don't miss putting. And you all of you that are on this call that are in the business, forgive me for not knowing everybody on here, but if you were in the business, if you loved it like I did, you would not miss loving something so much that never loved you back the way you loved it. If you're
That makes so much
yes,
sense.
it does, man, and that's why I mentor people now and coach them and who are in the business. I tell them that, like, you have to get over that early. Like, you're going to put a lot of time and energy into something that you're basically never going to get that back. So you have to be okay with that. And I actually understand. With the boys and girls, the fans, yeah.
Gotcha. Question for you, Bob.
Mike.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the future, would you do one more wrestling with somebody if I was the referee?
That is a very enticing offer. I did my retirement match about 3 years ago in Tom's River.
I remember
my
that.
hometown. Yep, Donnie B put it on. Myself, Frankie Kazarian, and Damian Sandow versus the Major Brothers and Pat Buck. Kevin Keenan is a ref. It was all my guys, all my pupils and stuff. So it was fitting for me. I don't think I would unless the WWE was going to put the BWO in the Hall of Fame one day or something, and we could get a 6-man or something. Maybe I consider it, but I'm going to Alaska in September. I'm doing 2 shows out there for JT West and 907 Wrestling. I'm going to do a meet and greet, personal appearance. I'm going to be a special referee.
Cool.
So, but that's about it. In-ring wise, I don't want to embarrass myself either. If I took a bump now, I would fall apart like Legos. So,
tell me about it.
But
it would be more of a fun thing, not a serious match.
If it was the right circumstance, maybe if you spread like a special attraction or something like that, perhaps. Depending, like, I still get asked all the time to do shows and matches, and I just give that contact information over to the guys and girls that are still running.
Yeah.
But the right setting, the right group, make a weekend out of it or something. I don't know. We'll see. If I got to kick POD's ass, maybe I would.
I think anybody. I think Hulk Hogan would come back for that.
I can make that happen.
Goodness. Wow. That was a little early.
That might have been a
he's
little
working
for that.
early in the morning, yeah.
That might have been a little early for that joke, huh?
My gosh, boy.
One more Blake.
What was that?
One question.
Yes.
Why does POD have a foot fetish?
I believe it or not, I don't know the answer to that. I know
Hey,
crazy,
POD does not have a foot fetish.
Because his first love
I know
was
Turtle had a few questions for him. Let's let Turtle ask him some questions.
Out of all the questions
what was
you
that
could ask
punchline,
him,
Smokey?
What was the reason, Smokey?
He killed it. He killed it.
There you go.
POD killed it.
He does.
All right,
He
so,
already did.
What I
Mike, I got
said
a
is
question
because
for you,
his
bub.
first love was a sock.
Okay. I'm here.
So
Why would
I
you
grew
ask
up an
Mike
ECW fan, hardcore. You know, I grew up watching you as Hollywood, and I loved it. What was your favorite transition as Nova?
Thank you. You're a little frozen there, Trip. Could you repeat that? I couldn't see that. It was froze up on me.
Say it again, Turtle. I don't think he caught it.
So growing up watching you
okay.
as, you know, BWO, the Blue World Order, and having the big meanie and everybody with you, my favorite of yours was Hollywood Nova. But my curiosity is, out of the transitions of the Nova character, what was your favorite to play?
Oh man, connection issues.
Great question. But I loved being Nova because of the babyface, and saw me come from Raven's lackey to a viable in my mind, not only television title, but heavyweight contender towards the end of ECW. I got in great shape. The matches were good. I was doing some cool stuff. People loved it. That was wrestling-wise. Personally-wise, friends, and it was something that was only supposed to be one night, and we turned it into, here it is 20 years later, and we still talk about the BWO. 100%
Right,
myself.
and it turned out to be a big gimmick. I mean,
that made it a show, so to speak. So for a kid from Thomasville, New Jersey, to be doing that for Vince, that was never supposed to happen. Like, I wasn't a second generation guy.
Yes.
I didn't have all this help and whatnot. So all three of them were good for different reasons.
Right on.
Excellent. Excellent.
What was your favorite? What was your favorite event? Oh, we lost him.
I think we lost him. Yeah.
We'll wait just a moment. I like talking with him.
Well,
he's
a good guy.
The inside of the backstage. I love it.
All right. No, Mike's a nice guy. I think he's coming back.
If he gets to come back in. There he is.
But
well,
add him. There we go.
That's live
there we go.
television
You're
on the
back.
podcast, baby.
There we go.
There you go, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mike, we can.
All right, perfect. Well, here I am. But Turtle, yes, that's what I would say. I was a fan of all three. Hollywood Nova, Simon, and regular Nova. Liked them all. I mean, every time period I had a different character, whatever it may be, I always made the best of it. So.
What's your
Nova
most
worked, here's the
memorable?
thing. Here's what I'd say too. Nova worked really hard. Simon Dean made more money because he worked smarter. And it was a different world. So.
I like that. What was your favorite of all of your performances, of all of the matches you've ever done, every big thing? What was your favorite event to ever have?
Hands down, I'll tell you exactly what it was, and you guys will all agree if you saw it. When me and Maven tried to sell the Simon system to Stone Cold Steve Austin on Raw.
Yes.
Hands down.
Okay.
Hands down,
absolutely.
My favorite. That was my validation in the business. When I did that, I got there that day. It was the day after WrestleMania. I knew we were doing something. I just didn't know what. And Richie from Magic had the beers and whatnot. He said, you guys are doing something with Austin. Me and Maven had no idea what. We tried to get with him all day long, but he's super busy. We had no rehearsal time at all. And all I knew is that you had to go out there, insult him. He was going to come out, and we were going to eat stunners at the end. That was all the preparation we had. So when I got done with that, when I go watch that again, it was almost 11 minutes long. When I got that in the back, and Pat Patterson pulled me aside and said, that should have been on WrestleMania last night. And I said, yeah, it should have. And I was smiling, I was happy, and I remember sitting around that night saying, like, I just did it. Like, that's one of the number one guys in the industry of all time.
Yeah.
And not only did I hold my own, I looked like his equal in there, to me. So,
and a compliment from Patterson, that's huge.
Yeah, that was big for me. And then also, when I wrestled Eddie Guerrero in my hometown of Tom Ziver, ECW went out of business. I'm wrestling everywhere, and this is a couple months before going to OVW. Eddie was on the Indies. It was one of his times out of WWE, so we brought him in, and I remember him being so gracious and humble. And after hanging with him, even though I had a whole bunch of years under ECW under my belt, wrestling Eddie gave me the confidence to say, I can really do this. Like, I just hung in the ring, and he told me, Eddie said it. Eddie's like, you're ready. He's like, you're 100% ready, bro. And that was it. So
hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
What was your most underrated moment that you ever had in ECW? What would you think? Like most people would probably talk about. Like you think they would talk about? You know.
The one I think that's underrated. Like probably the debut of the BWO being out of nowhere, and we did that in November, and people were like, wait, what is this? That was a big one. I had a really good match against me and Chris Chetty. Loser leaves town. Yeah. That started off at the beginning of the day as our beginning of our feud, and then throughout the day, Chris had told him that he was going to take a developmental deal and he was going to move on from ECW. So throughout that day, we went from the emotion of me and Chris are going to kickstart our feud to, oh yeah, by the way, you're going to kryptonite crunch him off the top rope, and that's the end of the feud. So I wish we had gotten to play that out longer, but things happen, and Chris is still a good friend of mine to this day, and he's doing great.
Sweet.
Wonderful.
Right on, man.
Dennis, you got anything you wanted to ask Mr. Simon D? Might be
I just,
what we're going to call him today.
I'm just in awe of
Yes,
meeting
all the
you,
above.
Simon, and thank you very much. When did you decide that it was time to call it quits?
Can you guys hear me? Okay, I can see you guys. There you go. I heard you good, POD.
Dennis was asking you, when did you know it was time to step away from wrestling altogether? When did you know it was time to call it quits?
I mean, here's the thing. After WWE and after doing The Office and all that, no offense to any other organizations, they were all great and all that. I didn't want to be that guy if I could do an indie every now and then and have some fun with it, but I would just really I wanted to do it in the real world. I wanted to get a real job and build my thing there and do all my stuff. I didn't miss it at all. I didn't sit back. It was the easiest decision I ever made. And again, missing the boys and girls. Yeah.
There's no retirement fund with wrestling.
Leave the party while the party's still happening, kind of thing. Just don't leave
on a high note.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to be one of those guys, but again, I could have went to other organization and done this and that behind all, but I was like, no, I'm good, man. I don't mean this despairingly to anyone, but you guys will get it and girls will get it. I already played for the New York Yankees at that point. I wasn't gonna go pack up my bag and for what? What would I get out of it? Another year run, this and that? No, I needed everybody, every guy and girl in wrestling today, their first bump is one step closer to their last bump. And that's going to happen whether they want to do it or Mother Nature does it to them. It's just a real thing. There's nothing you can do about it. Right. So you've always got to, and I think now their careers are going to be much, much shorter than they were in the past. You're not going to see anybody with 20-year careers now. There's just no way.
No.
But
I
think also the guys and girls now, the guys and girls now, they have the ability, I think, to make a lot more money in a lot shorter amount of time. Yeah. And then they can move on and do something else. They don't have to do this for 15 years and show up at the Armory to sell 8x10s and be broken down and miserable. Those days are over, man. We're not doing
you're right.
Anymore. So
you're right.
Yeah.
Just adding my 2 cents in there on that. As you guys know, Mike and I have been friends for many years. And I remember when you were stepping into the banking industry and out of wrestling as a whole, you and I had a conversation one evening. And, like he had just said, it was a pretty easy transition for what I noticed right away was when you and I would have conversations, you seemed more at peace. You seemed like you were happy being that full-time father finally, and we're all fans of Olivia. I mean, her singing and everything, what you've supported her in. I think this is just me as your friend saying this. I think when you stepped out of wrestling, you became like an inspiration to us, not only as the wrestler, but how to be a good dad too. I mean, I've told you that I really admire.
You broke up a little bit there. Breaking up a little bit, POD. I can hear you better now.
I was just saying, in case you didn't get you, I just said the biggest thing is I've always admired you as a father too. I think anybody that was a fan of you and still follow you online, just watching your support for Olivia and letting her know you're there for her. Man, I become a fan of Olivia through you. I've shared that with you in private conversation. Her singing and watching her on stage and stuff, and you being a great dad. So
that's the biggest thing of it, man. Being Olivia's dad, doing the stuff with her. I just dropped her off at school. I got to pick her up today after her play practice. But we get to live on through the eyes of our actions of our kids, which is cool. I never could have done it if I was a full-time wrestler. I would have been. There's no way I would have wanted to be away that much. But as far as being more at peace and calm and all that, wrestling did, especially our era when we were in it. It was a mind game every day. A political minefield everywhere you went. Did you have heat with this one? Was this one mad at you? There were so many weird, tricks and mind conditions. I can't explain it any other way unless you're in it. You don't know. But I woke up many a morning to get on that plane to go do SmackDown and Raw. And the minute I got on the plane, I was already counting down the time to get back home. That's how much I enjoyed the matches. I enjoyed the matches, and that was about it. And the money. Everything else I grew to absolutely hate.
Yeah, and you couldn't wait back to get back to your kid. I had
Yeah,
the
well,
same
actually,
thing.
Olivia was
I used
appointed. I
to
didn't have
just,
Olivia till after I was done full
oh,
time in the
good.
ring. But even now, like, you know, she comes from a divorced home, so she's with me half the time when her mom half the time. I wish she could be with me all the time, but I couldn't have done that traveling on the road full time and have a kid because I didn't want to have a kid and not be there. So any of the parents who do
Amen.
that, I get and I couldn't have done it, but I don't miss it. People ask me all the time, like, do I miss it? Like the young lady asked before, I miss the boys and girls and the matches and being physical sometimes, but my mindset at 53 is different than it was at 33 or even
Amen.
40.
I mean,
So,
it's the definition of living to work versus working to live. I mean, you get to the point where, you know, the end game is to have a life with your family. It's not living your
yeah,
whole life. Yeah. For the
running around chasing an extra buck. Like I live, nobody lives rent free in my head. I don't have any heat with anybody. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. I just do my own thing. I wake up, work, do my 40 hours for the week, all my bank paid holidays, my vacation time, all the boards and committees that I'm in. I do a lot of work around here. You guys will see online in the next couple days the announcements from WLKY here in Kentucky that I'm going to be one of the recipients this year for the Bell Award.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
super.
It's a huge honor. It's one of the best honors of my life. They give it out to volunteer service. They give it to 10 folks every year who have made a difference in their community. And I'm lucky enough to be one of them this year. So
that's an awesome thing.
yeah,
Your company does.
Awesome, Mike. Awesome.
I'm honored by it, but I always feel like when I do that, not that I'm carrying any other weight with me, but I feel like I represent the old pro wrestling world, you guys, the other people. It's just when we go out and do something like starting your own podcast or doing well in it, whatever it is, and people find out we're from the wrestling business, instead of them smirking or chuckling or thinking it's lame, these days it's not as much. It's more respectful and like, wow, man, you guys did that? It's, I don't know. Like years ago, you used to like had people would rank you like as a circus clown when you told them you're a pro wrestler. They just didn't respect it. But now, I think it has a lot more gravitas towards it, and it's kind of cooler. And we all have cool stories to tell from it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we weren't Hulk Hogan or The Undertaker, we are still in the business, and we drew money and sold tickets, and we're in the business.
Yeah,
and we use those skills in the real world now. I know I do. I know you guys too.
Oh,
as far as being
absolutely,
able to connect with
absolutely.
people. Yeah, that's what I tell people all the time. As far as being able to work and get over and read the room and learn when you're being worked and how to communicate and change your approach, all of that came from pro wrestling. How to cut
100%.
promos, how to get over, be memorable, all of it came from wrestling.
Pro wrestling, yeah. I was just sharing in a conversation yesterday what I learned through pro wrestling. It applies in so many other areas. You know, being a promoter, being a wrestler, being an entertainer, being a speaker, being, you know, all those things. Man, I can get up in front of a crowd and talk about don't do drugs now. Where in the day, you know, back before wrestling, I couldn't speak in front of 3 people and feel like I could get over. And one of the things I talk about frequently is I don't ever think I was a good wrestler at all. No jokes necessary, anyone in the room. But I felt like I was a great entertainer. I felt like I knew how to entertain. I didn't know how to wrestle as well as I probably should have. But I felt like I was a decent entertainer. Well, Mike, I want to thank you.
I totally get that. I mean, you broke up a little bit at the end there, but as far as talking about the things that we learned from pro wrestling there, at pro wrestling, Kevin Keenan, my buddy, he's a head referee for the NWA. And Kevin says all the time, he'll call me like once or twice a week and say, you know what? Wrestling really did prepare us for the rest of our lives. And it's one of those things, and you guys all get this because you're in the business. The what you gained in your toolbox, so to speak, it was not necessarily monetary. You can't put a dollar amount on it. So it's not like, hey, I made an extra 100,000 or whatever it may be. But you also got yourself set up, if you can embrace it, to say, wow, I can do this for the rest of my life. And that's why I try to tell people now, when you get released, and it's going to happen to everybody, or you quit or move on, if you were paying attention, that's the biggest thing. You were able to develop a set of skills that you can do anything with.
That's right.
So I just hope they do. I don't think we're going to see as many, I hate to say it, but young deaths and wrestlers passing away, and as many sad stories as we did from my era, POD's era, and whatnot. Because the guys and girls, although they love it and they're a part of it, I don't think it's going to consume their life as much as it did during our time. And I always felt when people left the business, WWE, WCW, and, you know, things went awry and they kind of went down a bad path, I think they were so heartbroken that this thing that they loved for so long was yanked for them, and the bright lights are off and they're not in the business anymore. And the drugs and the alcohol and everything else really comes from having to have the need to dull the world around you so you could fit in it, because you can't function in the real world. Like, you weren't able to make that transition. And I could be wrong with that.
On the head.
I don't think I'm wrong, but it's tragic.
No, I agree 100%.
I don't think, we're not going to see that as much anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, brother, I know you're on your way to work. We won't keep you. We thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Please, let's do it again someday.
It's been amazing, man.
As always,
It's nice to meet you, Mike.
Pleasure to meet you.
So much, guys. It's a pleasure being on it. Anytime you guys are ever through Louisville, Kentucky, any of you, except you, POD, I'm not buying you lunch. But the rest of them, anybody come on by, you need anything from me, just get my information from POD, and I'll take care of you guys.
Thank you so much, Mike.
All right, guys.
Have a great week.
And what? Make some noise, everybody, for Busey. Super.
Thanks, sir. That was a great time.
That was great. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Let's go to break.
What a friend.
Attention all card collectors and traders. Introducing the Uncommon Card Shop. Looking for that rare card? That unique collector card? The one that you can't find? The one that is almost impossible? Your search is finally over. You found us. Now, what are you waiting for? Follow the link and discover why we are every collector's best friend. We'll see you soon.
Back, guys. Welcome. What a great time. Welcome back, guys. We had an awesome time with Mike Busey, a.k.a. Simon Dean. And, you know, we sat and chatted for almost 30 minutes. He gave us a great history of his wrestling, and it was a lot of fun. Now it's time to get into some Shell Yeah Sports with me, your one and only Turtle. So let's talk basketball first. WNBA, the Indiana Fever, looking good in overtime. Man, I thought they were going to lose that game, and they came back from trailing under by 12 points, came back and beat the Connecticut Sun by only 6. Took them to OT and won. My Las Vegas Aces, oh, how pretty they are. Whoop that booty. 106 to 80 something. I don't even remember. But we whooped up on Dallas. There it is, 106 to 87. God, great job, girls. Go kick some ass. I am so happy and proud to be an Aces fan. Now let's get into the fun stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, these three things that we got going on today, it's going to be a lot of fun. They all revolve around racing, and the very first one involves a big hamster ball. Let's see what's happening. Go ahead and hit that play.
Are we ready? Let's go! Tomorrow, making the only running champion. He is flying down that narrow gate. He's having trouble with his solving technique. Alexander Burns is bringing it up the rear. Can you see it there? Bernard, who's going to cross the line first? Look at the ball go. Yes. Lamar, well done. All right, let's get Lamar out of his zone.
All right, go ahead and do the video. Come back to me.
It's all about the winners. Come on, Lamar, get out. Where's the hole? There it is, there it is, there it is. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
He
Come
said,
on, Lamar,
where's the
get out,
hole?
get out, get out. There you go.
All right, kill the video, come back to me. Let's talk about that.
Using the right weight matters.
So that's called Zorb Racing, Z-O-R-B. Basically, it's a human hamster ball. And they are racing down what you saw as a track and field Olympic-size racetrack. Now, they also have their very own racetracks that does a little X. And that's where the fun comes in. You get to bounce into one another, knock each other out, but the only way you can get into it is this tiny little hole. I'm sorry, but if you're trying to run and you happen to step through that hole, I'm going to laugh hysterically at you because you done rolled and you came out of bounds. All right, on to the next. Let's get on to some fun stuff. We got ostrich racing, y'all. It's exactly how it sounds. Hit play.
And let it go. Number 3, Stephen Curry, very rambunctious. Great start for Brexit. Good start for Kim Kardashian. After that, cruising for bruising. It is Brexit. Kim Kardashian. Escalade calls on the bird for everything he has and wins. Number 1, Kim Kardashian is the champion.
Right into the truck.
How about that? Those birds were twirling, spinning around. We have one attacking somebody now. Holy cow. A day sponsored by the Minnesota Lottery. Number 1 is the winning ticket. Kim Kardashian.
What are they holding on to? All right, come on back to me. We got Kim Kardashian winning the race. The only good thing that she's done in a long time. But, oh my goodness, what were they holding on to? You got these big flappy feathers, right? But there's no saddle. Your legs got to be like this wide. And I guess you're just holding on to the feathers. You saw one fella just tumble over. The ostrich decided to be like, well, I'm done with you. Bye. He ran backwards, and the other 4 done ran into the truck, and they're like, we done. I don't know how they got up on them ostriches. I don't know why they wasn't holding them necks. And I don't know where the hell them saddles were at. But that was funny. I'd like to try it. Last one. This one's a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. If you don't know what an outhouse is, I recommend that you find the definition.
You have to build your outhouse by wood, certain dimensions. You have to have a toilet. You have to have a helmet. You have to have up on skis. Because there's been some people come through that have made it out of PVC pipe and all sorts of different materials that have been no-goes. It's a good time. It's good redneck fun.
Left side to back up right.
I didn't think it would be as hard. It's definitely a lot further than you expect. I think it might be a little bit longer than a city block, and it seems like it goes forever.
She got a bug on her head.
I love it because, you know, it's a long weekend that we love to get together and bring the family together and just honestly just have fun, good, honest fun, and compete with everybody. And I don't know, I feel like the camaraderie between all the community is the best part of it.
Well, this is our 42nd year doing the outhouse races here. It's just something my grandma and a few other the chamber members 42 years ago, they seen a race over in Idaho and decided that would be kind of a cool thing to do here.
It makes me feel great that, you know, a tradition was started by us and is continuing on.
Wow. Now you saw that those kids ranged from 7 to 12, and then it went all the way to grandma. Now imagine you got to go to the bathroom. You're already sitting on the commode. Just pull down the britches, close the little curtain. I guarantee you'd be the winner at that, because I'd be running so damn fast that I don't want to be around that daggone poop. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Shell Yell Sports with Turtle. Stick around. We're going to have our this commercial.
Every Monday, the Little Bit of Coffee, Micro Brothers United, man, they get together and they do the talk show host, man. Little bit of coffee.
Introducing Lil Bit of Coffee, the world's only all-little person podcast. Join the Lil Brew crew as we spill all the beans on last week's wild adventures. We invite our outrageous guests and dive into everything from mainstream madness to the wacky, crazy, wild sports. This is not your daddy's fight club. It is the 5-Foot Fantasy Club, and every mama is invited. Yeah. Tune in and vibe with the world's smallest crew as we talk big laughs, bold nonsense, and early morning energy. All powered by one strong brew. Little Bit of Coffee podcast, Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Central. YouTube.com/@Micro Brothers United. Again, YouTube.com/@Micro Brothers United.
So grab your Joe and let's go.
We're
back, guys. Heck yeah, we had a great time.
What a show we had already. Got the surprise of the legend, Mr. Mike Busey, Smokey, second week in a row female host. I mean, what?
Thank you. I'm so honored, guys, honestly.
Yeah,
love having you.
When I saw the video of the first female pod host, I was like, it hit me. I was like, that. I feel honored, honestly.
Well, we're honored to have you.
Been a wonderful crew, and I'm blessed that I was stalking Turtle's page and I came across you wonderful people, except POD. I'm starting to like
I had
him
a stalker.
Happens.
They told me he was a tough cookie to break.
It happens.
Oh yeah, he crumbles.
Burnt crust.
He'll crumble in a couple of months.
Well, I wonder. We haven't heard from Stark yet. Stark, that's Shortcut's twin brother.
It's time for Sparky's Positive Vibe.
Hey, Starkey here with a totally rad, totally tubular positive vibes. Wow, there's neon everywhere here in the 80s. Look at that. It's like a highlighter just threw up all over the place. Check out this hair. It's like each strand had its own zip code. And the eyeliner, look at that. Look at that. That's wild, man. Wait a minute. One of them's a boy, George. And you can be a part of any band with your very own air guitar. Hey, y'all remember Z Calvarici jeans? High-waisted, baggy, somehow still skinny in the ankles. It's like jeans with a split personality. And climbing into these jeans, forget yoga, this is advanced contortionism. I think every kid had a pair of parachute pants. I know I did. They were good for breakdancing and storing your tater tots in your little side pockets there. You know what I mean, man.
Give me some of your tots. No, go find your own.
Come on, give me some of your tots.
No, I'm freaking starved. I didn't get to eat anything today. Gross.
You weren't a part of the team in the 80s if you didn't have your very own members only jacket, right? Right. Members only jacket with the name right on the pocket. Members only. These jackets were basically the VIP pass to middle school.
You can't come in, you're not a member.
And of course, the mullet. Your head literally had two agendas. Business in the front, party in the back. Oh yeah, baby. Hey, don't forget about the Walkman. Anytime you want to ignore people in style. Huh? What? And crimped hair. Because straight hair was just too boring for world domination. On these crazy places will put your parents into bankruptcy. The arcade. 1 quarter to play, 3 weeks of allowance to survive Donkey Kong. And to get everybody's attention, neon sneakers. Those things will light up the dark, man. The only shoe guaranteed to blind your enemies, friends alike. And here's the best part. Look at them smile. Look at that crazy hair and wild outfits. Hey, but pure fun. The 80s remind us to embrace color, creativity, and a little absurdity. Life is too short for boring clothes. So here's your lesson for the 80s. Big hair, big hearts, always stay rad, hang loose, buddy.
I said I used to eat a little, but a little wouldn't do it, so a little got more and more. Just keep trying to eat a little more, them foe. Yeah. I'm gonna watch you bleed.
Oh my gosh, what a night.
What a time.
What do you say to that?
Wow.
What do you say to that? I mean,
hour went by
well, guys,
quick.
that was a great show. We'll see y'all next week.
oh my goodness.
Starkey.
Let's take a break on that, and then when we come back, we'll just kind of discuss the whole show for a little bit. And I don't know. I gotta just let that just meditate for a
We need
minute.
to recoup after this.
Hey man, it's time to wake up, man. Get your butt out of bed, bro.
What time is it?
It's time to go hang out with the brew crew.
I mean, what time is it?
7 a.m., man. 7 a.m.
Oh, man.
It's time for a little bit of coffee, man.
Going back to bed.
Come on, get up. Come on. Come on. Every Monday morning, a little bit of coffee, the world's only little person podcast. Join the Little Brew Crew as they spill the beans on last week's wild adventure, invite outrageous guests, and dive into everything from mainstream madness to wacky sports. This ain't your daddy's fight club. It's the 5 foot and under fantasy club. And every mama's invited. Tune in and vibe with the world's smallest crew as we talk big laughs, bold nonsense, and early morning energy. All powered by one strong brew. Little Bit of Coffee Podcast. Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check us out at youtube.com/@MicroBrothersUnited.
Short in size, tall as
So grab your Joe and let's go.
And we're back.
Yes.
Yes.
Man, what a time with Starkey. I tell you what, that boy is always a trip.
Starkey sure is.
To say, and something kind of logical, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
He throws a different energy in the show, that's for sure.
You sure? that interview with Mike was awesome.
Oh, Mike. That interview with Mike
Mike's a good guy.
You know, in the years of pro wrestling that I've had, you know, you have these people that stand out to you that were overly helpful in your career, that you know just did a lot for who you become. Mike Busey is definitely at the top of that list for me. You know, whenever I needed a favor or a word to vouch for my professionalism or whatever it be, always could call on him. He was a great guy.
Excellent.
They'll
Well,
have to teach you boobs.
there you know.
I'll wrestle
I'm
you.
gonna leave that alone.
I would pay to see that.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Somebody
I think
will have
Mike
to
would
do it for
agree.
free.
Do you know the other day when you said you wanted to wrestle me? I said there's no doubt in my mind you're going to win. I think Mike Busey would say the same thing. We're old,
Right.
we're beat up, we don't want to do this.
Exactly.
Right.
I ain't
Oh,
taking another
Miss
bump for the rest of
Smokey.
my life. I'm done.
Before
I
we
was
go to our
wanting to,
last,
I was wanting to
oh,
run
go
through
ahead.
our comments real quick. We didn't do those today, so I'm going to run through those real quick.
Well, while you do that, we're going to let Miss Smokey wrap up the show for us and tell everybody goodbye. And guys, before I turn it over to her, I just want to say thank you for an awesome week. We had a great Monday. And Miss Smokey, this floor is yours.
Thank you, POD. And also, thanks, Mike, for your time. You're a busy guy, so we definitely feel honored you gave us some 10 minutes. So thank you so much. All right. Hey, you all, please make sure to like and share and subscribe to Little Bit of Coffee at my brothers United on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and even Twitter, too. You can find me on TikTok at Little Miss Smokey. We want to thank each and every one of you for listening and supporting our broadcast each and every week to allow us, the Little Bit of Coffee, to be able to start your week off short. Also, never forget to give peace, love, and hugs, always and forever. Love me, Little Miss Smokey. Now, into DJ Papi for his final thoughts. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next Monday.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another week. We're going to go talk today about the 80s. When we think of the 1980s, one word instantly comes to mind: fun. The decade was bursting with color, quirky fads that defined the culture and gave people something to laugh about. Who could forget the explosion of neon fashion? Leg warmers, oversized sweatshirts, and bright spandex weren't just for the gym, they were for everyday life. And if you had a pair of parachute pants, you were instantly the coolest kid on the block. Toys and games had their moment too. Rubik's Cubes tested our patience, while Cabbage Patch Kids flew off store shelves, sparking holiday shopping frenzies. And of course, Pac-Man and arcade games kept us glued to the flashing screens for hours. Even food had its fads. Remember Pop Rocks and New Coke? Whether you love them or not, they gave everyone something to talk about. The beauty of the 1980s fads is that we weren't just trends, they were shared experiences. They brought people together, gave us an excuse to be a little silly, and left behind memories that still make us smile today. So when some of those looks and gadgets may feel outdated, the joy they created is timeless. The 80s taught us that sometimes it's okay not to take ourselves too seriously and just have fun. So that was another great week with all of you. This is Pappy Sponges for this week, and we'll see you next time. Won't you take care?
Thank you for watching Little Bit of Coffee. Be sure to stop by our official page at youtube.com/@Micro Brothers United.